Competition makes you better, but that's only if you learn from it. So today we're gonna talk about creating a competitor analysis and how to use it for your agency or for your business. All right, everybody, welcome back and thank you for joining me. My name is Jordan Steen, also known as Serial Entrepreneur, and at this channel we talk all about starting a marketing agency, building your own personal brand, or just using digital marketing to build any business online. So if you're interested in any of those topics, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell in the bottom right-hand corner. We'll keep you updated with all of our new trainings, our free resources, our free giveaways that we do every single week here at my channel. Oh, and PS, make sure to stay tuned to the end of today's video and we'll tell you how to get 3 months free access to our mentorship program. Make sure you stay tuned. Oh, and actually, just so you guys don't think we're kidding, Joshua Sweetenberg, you are the winner for this video. We had a video on how to start a marketing or how to set up a marketing agency legally. Joshua wrote, I had first comment and I'm back. I had to rewatch this video, but he said he learned about using Inkfile, which will come very in handy, as well as saving money on the EIN, how to implement contracts, and also the 1099 form. I wasn't aware of it, and I'm always glad to get more informed. So congrats, Joshua. Make sure you send a message to our Facebook page at facebook.com/serialentrepreneur, and we will get you your free mentorship program. So guys, before you start performing a competitor analysis, let's talk about why it's so important. The biggest reason why it's important is because it's going to show you what your competitors are doing that is working and that is not working, right? You don't want to do the things that aren't working. You'd rather spend more of your time on what is going to work, right? So looking at what is working with them and then figuring out how you can take it and add it to your own content or your own strategy and add it, you know, in a way that's going to have your own flair, right? So one of the first things you want to do before you actually start looking at competitors is look at yourself. And the first thing I recommend doing is jumping on Google Analytics and checking out, you know, information about your data, where people are coming from, what pages they're actually visiting. So I can go to, behavior, and then we'll do site content, all pages. And we can see what pages are driving traffic for our website. You can see right here, all of these would be pages that are driving traffic. Another one's going to be Search Console. And Search Console is going to tell us how we're showing up in search engine results, right? So you can see these are keywords that we show up in search engine results for. It'll even show us where we rank for those search terms, right? And how many clicks we're getting, how many impressions we're getting, what our click-through rate is, right? So that way we know what type of content people are actually consuming that we already create, okay? Once you perform an analysis, you've determined what keywords, what topics people want to learn about or to know more about, then you want to go out and figure out what other topics you can potentially learn about, right? So SMMA was one of our top keywords. I could type in SMMA at a tool like Ubersuggest, and then I'll click search, and it's actually going to pull up a bunch of different keyword ideas based on the keyword SMMA. So you can see right here, it's actually going to tell us the volume, the SEO difficulty, the paid difficulty. It's actually easy to get paid search traffic to your site. We would probably be the only one actually paying for the SMMA keyword or paying for ads for that SMMA keyword. And you can see search volume continues to go up. We're actually at about 5,400 searches. So this is, actually off compared to current traffic, right? But this is a great tool, and then I can go to keyword ideas and it's going to show me other keywords or other URLs that people are creating content about. So SMMA, there are no other keyword ideas because it is a new keyword in itself, but it'll show us some other topics that people are, and you can see we're actually ranking for these keywords, right? Or for this keyword. You can see we're on here on Ubersuggest for that keyword. So it's going to show you again what types of topics you can try to cover. So after you type in social media marketing, it's going to bring up all of these different keyword searches that are popular. How to, agency, jobs, company, salary, strategy. All of these are keywords that I could potentially add into my strategy. The next thing is going to be page speed insights. And this is actually something that you can do for your competitors and for your own site. And it's going to show you where adjustments need to be made. Now, this isn't something that's going to be directly related to their products or services, but it is something that'll give you an idea of where you need to make improvements on your site to be better than the competitor. And finally, the next thing you're going to want to do after you do all of that is go through their actual social media channels. Tai Lopez would be one of mine. So what do you think we did when we first started? Well, we went through all of his different accounts, his Facebook, Instagram, his website, everywhere, and we tried to get a feel for what his message was, what his goal was, what the theme of his brand really is, and tried to figure out how his audience responded to the message that he puts out there, to the content that he puts out there, right? There's definitely a lot of people who like a lot of the content he puts out there, but there's also a lot of people who don't, and it's usually, from what we found, is that he doesn't give enough free value up front. But you also have to understand the approach that Tai Lopez takes to marketing. He doesn't go for the value first approach where he gives you a ton of free content and then he gets you to buy later. He introduces you to an idea that seems valuable and then he remarkets the hell out of you with a ton of ads, right? So how can I take this into my strategy? Well, we look at it as the flashy kind of content does work, lead gen does work, so we can take that and incorporate that type of approach to our strategy. Oh, and P.S. if you're thinking about starting a marketing agency, which a lot of you are, then you're definitely going to want to check out this video training up here in the top right-hand corner. You can either come back to it later or go check it out right now. So guys, a competitor analysis isn't just looking at their content and what they actually produce from a marketing perspective, but it's also looking at things like what are their products and services? What is it about their product and service that makes them unique or special or valuable to the audiences that they serve? Okay, and so some questions, here's just a list of some questions that you might want to ask. There are probably hundreds of questions that you could ask. Here's some really good ones to get you started, but basically, things to be looking for: who are your competitors? You'll want to actually list those out, right? Who are your direct competitors and then indirect competitors? Your direct competitors are people who sell the exact same product or service you do. Indirect competitors could be people who sell products or services that go along with the product or service you sell that could be taking away money from your bottom line, right? So who are your competitors? What products or services do they sell? What are their past strategies as far as approaching potential customers, marketing, getting the word out, spreading awareness about their product or service, right? On Facebook, are you able to go to their page and see the ads that they've run in the past? They actually have that option now in info and ads on that left-hand column. You can actually see a lot of the businesses now. What strategies are they using now, right? What's actually working now? So a second ago, we looked at what ads have they run in the past. Right now, we want to look at, okay, are they currently running ads and do they seem to be working for them now? Another great question is, what are their strengths and weaknesses? So performing a SWOT analysis on all of your competitors is going to be a great thing for you to do because it gives you an idea of what they're doing great, what they're not doing great, so you know what to do and what to avoid, right? Next is, what are the potential threats that your competitor poses, right? Do they have a larger ad spend, a larger audience? Do they have a better product than you do or a better service than you do? You need to actually be real with yourself and understand where your competitor stands in reference to you, right? And then what opportunities do they present? What are they lacking? So for us, for example, with Tai Lopez, we noticed he wasn't giving all of the practical information that people and agency owners want to know to be able to grow their agency and run marketing campaigns. So we focused on providing that. So quick question for all of you business owners or agency owners out there: who do you follow that would be a good competitor for you to perform an analysis on? All right, I want you to leave it in the comments below. Who is it that you follow? And should you perform an analysis on this person, or have you already performed an analysis on this person? Let me know in the comments below. So before you start your competitive analysis, the next thing you're going to want to do is perform some niche research. Okay, so you want to do things like defining your company, defining your product or service offerings. All right, and then once you do things like that, you understand what your product or service is, why it's better or different from other products, what it lacks compared to other products. The next thing you want to do is build a competitor profile template. So you want to get their products and services, their business name, their following online, the size of their company, right? So company name, revenue, their customers, their mission, description, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats, like we talked about, a SWOT analysis. How big is their company? How many employees do they have? What is their market share? All right, and this is essentially the percentage of an industry's total sales that the company earns, okay? And what this is going to be able to tell you is if they own 50% of the market share, you're going to have to do a large amount of work to make sure that you take some of that market share from them. If you don't have any market share, you're not selling products or services, right? So that is something that you want to understand, so you also know where your business lies. Now, finally, one of the last things you're going to want to do is, in my opinion, a content analysis. So actually, once you get finished with the competitor analysis, where you look at the business itself, the types of posts they're creating, and then you do a product and service analysis, so that way you understand their products and services and how their customers or audience engages with those products and services, we like to do a content analysis. And that's where a cool tool like SERPStat comes in. We'll leave a link right below this description, so that way you actually get a discount if you sign up for SERPStat. But SERPStat is great for content planning. You actually need a tool like this. You might have heard of Ahrefs or something like that. SERPStat is much more affordable and provides the same type of platform. And look, you can even see right here, they're adding in an extra bonus if you join in the near future. So anyways, what we do is we go to a competitor, let's just say Neil Patel, for example, and we'll go to his blog, and you can see here, we just clicked on my secret to ranking #1. We're going to take this URL right here, and then we would copy and paste it into this URL right here under the URL analysis. And what this does, it shows us how he's actually targeting his keywords, or what keywords he's targeting in what articles, and how the article is actually played out. So basically, like for example, you can see the keywords that he is targeting, that he's ranking for, show up right here. And there's actually a ton of different keywords that he's ranking for this particular article, right? So we can get an idea of what keywords we should potentially try to target as well. And not only that, but what topics we should potentially try to create, so that way our audience is made happy. You can see some other competitors in organic search based on this topic right here, or this URL. Here's the other people that show up in organic search results. And then it even shows some missing keywords that they didn't take advantage of, that we might be able to take advantage of on our site. So a content analysis is going to be super huge, and it's going to help you make sure that your content is actually worth the time and effort that you're putting into it. Which, speaking of content, if you're wanting to start ranking and actually getting all of your content to rank on search results, make sure to check out this video up here in the top right hand corner on how to start ranking #1 in search results. But that's pretty much it for competitor analysis, at least for this video. If you want to see some more, because we have a ton of more information over in our actual blog article, then go right below this video in the description, find the link to our blog article, and all you have to do is click that and go over to that article and check it all out. But since you guys stayed till the end, make sure that you leave a comment at the very bottom right below this video on what you learned in today's video, and we will make sure to pick one lucky winner to win 3 months of the mentorship program absolutely free. That's all you got to do is comment what you learned, and we'll pick one winner. But that's it for this video, guys. Thank you again so much for stopping by. I hope all of you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe and hit that thumbs up button if you found this video to be valuable. But outside of that, I will see you guys on the next one. Until then, Serial Entrepreneur out. Bye, guys. Ready to start living the 6-figure work wherever, be your own boss lifestyle? Well, at Serial Entrepreneur Academy, we'll teach you how to use a laptop and internet to start your own social media and digital marketing agency. Get started with our free Facebook ads training. Links in the description below, guys. See you in the course. Serial Entrepreneur out.